Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Oh Crow Gal, and I'm back with another keto update. Well, number one, I'm back with an update. Number two, I'm like back in San Diego, back home. For those of you that don't know, I was out of town last week for 5 days. And I was up in Idaho, which was an experience for this San Diegan. The snow was out of control. My flight, I was in Idaho and then I went to go spend like a day and a half in Seattle and then come home, and my flight to Seattle was canceled. I had to get like rerouted to another airport the next day, which wasn't the airport in the part of Idaho that I was in, so I had to bus it to Boise. It was a whole experience. I wouldn't have traded it for anything. It was kind of fun, like for as many like travel delays and kind of like hiccups that there were, all went fairly smoothly in terms of like getting rerouted and getting to where I needed to be on time. So it's all good. But today I'm going to update you guys about my trip, how my trip went in terms of eating or not eating keto, my weight, and then just a couple other tidbits I want to chat about. So this video is going to be like a little funky because I essentially missed a week of updating and was also out of town. So anyways, let's jump right in. So like I said, I was in Idaho for 5 days. My initial plan, which I had mentioned in my last update video, was to eat keto while I was in Idaho, and then when I was in Seattle, possibly eat like what I wanted. I ate what I wanted as soon as I got to Idaho. So this trip was to celebrate one of my best friends. She's having a baby, and there were a group of girls, 4 of us. We were all super tight. We all lived in Seattle at the same time before any of us had kids, and we were super, super tight. Then about 2 years ago, we all just kind of like went our separate ways. I had one girlfriend stay in Seattle, one moved back to Portland, one went to Idaho, and then I came down to California. So this was most definitely like a reunion trip. We all hadn't been together in that amount of time, about 2 years. And we kind of just fell back into old ways. So like we went to the store and got wine and cheese and crackers, and it was essentially 5 days of me not eating keto at all. I felt slightly guilty because I had a few people message me on Instagram saying, like people who watch my videos saying like, I hope you'll do a video of like what you ate on your trip. And I obviously didn't, because I didn't eat keto. So I'm not gonna show you like all the crap I was eating. What I will say is that I was not like eating pizza and burgers all the time. I just wasn't doing keto. So I wasn't really eating like shit. I was just eating the crackers, or one day we got fajitas and I had a tortilla. Like definitely consumed more wine than is, you know, appropriate if you're doing keto. I'm trying to think of like what else I had to eat. I ate, you know, crackers, and I had some bread every now and then. I had a biscuit. Like it was more things like that. It wasn't me like binging out on junk food. It just, I wasn't eating like keto appropriate food. I started out with the best of intentions. Like the morning that I flew out, I got Starbucks at the airport. I got my sous vide bites. I got my, you know, Americano with heavy whipping cream. Like I had the best of intentions. And then when I got there, just kind of like seeing my girlfriends again and really like reuniting and reminiscing, we just kind of like fell back into what we would normally do, which is like eat cheese and crackers and bread and drink tons of wine. So that was that. I don't regret a second of it, to be honest. Those things are gonna happen. That's real life. You're gonna go on vacations and you're gonna indulge and eat what you wanna eat. Now, one thing I will say is that I can keep it together, you know, when it's like a special occasion, like someone's graduating and we're going out to a fancy dinner, or when I went to the wedding, right? When I went to that wedding and I stayed on keto at the wedding, like those, I feel like it's more important to do it in my head, it's more important to do it during those times than like if you're actually going on vacay. So anyways, that's my 2 cents about that. I came back, I'm filming this on Sunday. I got home on late Wednesday night. I debated whether I wanted to weigh myself on Thursday, and I chose not to because I didn't want to like get on the scale, realize I had gained X amount of weight, and then like beat myself up about it. And then like, that's what I would remember about the trip. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to associate me gaining 4 pounds or something with this super fun trip that I just experienced with my girlfriends. So I did not weigh myself the next day. I told myself, obviously we're gonna get back on keto and I'll weigh myself on Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've been doing keto since I got back. And I weighed myself this morning and I weighed in at 144.8. And my last weigh-in that I posted, which was the last time I actually weighed myself, I was 143.2. So I gained 1.6 pounds. Do I want to be gaining? No. But am I like really upset about gaining 1.6 pounds? No. I feel like I can lose that again pretty easily. I know I had also mentioned, well, not mentioned, I have made it a point that I wanted to lose 10 pounds in January, which didn't happen. So my goal is going to still be for February to get to that 10-pound mark. I don't want to add on more pounds. I'm gonna give myself a whole nother month to get to, what would it be, 141, because I think I started at 151. And like I said, right now I'm at 144.8. So we're gonna keep trucking. Again, I'm fully back into eating keto. It was a lot easier than I thought. Like 5 days of eating and drinking whatever I wanted. I thought it was gonna be harder to kind of beat those cravings. And I also thought I would maybe have keto flu again. No keto flu, and I really like just jumped right back into it. So thankful for that. Some other things I wanted to touch on. I can't remember if I mentioned this in my last video. It's not like that important, but it's just kind of something we've changed up. We're not drinking half and half. I've never been drinking half and half. We're not using half and half in our coffee anymore. And apologies if I've mentioned this in a previous video, but I'm just gonna reiterate myself. Reiterate it. We're not using half and half, we're using heavy whipping cream. And this did not even cross my mind. Y'all, I know the light is like changing a lot right now, so apologies. It didn't even cross my mind to use heavy whipping cream until I watched somebody else's keto video and they used it and I'm like, that is so smart. It's 0 carbs, where half and half has carbs. It's 0 carbs and it's higher in fat. So we have like fully switched to that. We just went through the rest of our half and half that we had left in the fridge. So now we're just gonna strictly do heavy whipping cream, and honestly, it makes your coffee taste a lot better anyway. So I'm kind of like excited that I like picked that up from this person's video. That's why I love YouTube. I feel like I just learn new things all the time, and I feel like I watch a real range of people that do keto. I watch people that do lazy keto. I watch people that do like really, really, really strict clean eating keto. And I just think it's really neat to watch people from all different walks of keto and pick up on things that you wouldn't normally. So that's just a tidbit about that. The other thing I want to mention is that this week we are trying intermittent fasting. Now, Cernan, my husband, he has done intermittent fasting before. I have never done it. I can't remember if Cernan did it the last time that we did keto last year, or if he just did it randomly. I don't remember, but like when he wasn't on the keto diet. But we're gonna try it. I don't know how it's gonna go. From what I read about it, because I wanted to make sure, of course, I wanted to make sure I could still have coffee, because I can't do that shit. I can't do like if it's like no coffee in the morning, no. Obviously there are variations of intermittent fasting and different like degrees, if you will, in terms of like, I don't want to say how serious you want to do it, but like what type of intermittent fasting you, I guess, want. And a lot of things that I read said like, if you don't go over 50 calories, you should be good in terms of like keeping your body in like fasting mode. So that's essentially what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna measure out my heavy whipping cream in my coffee in the morning to make sure that it doesn't go over 50 calories, which I probably won't be able to have a lot in my coffee. But I'm kind of excited to see what it's gonna do with my weight. Again, I've never done intermittent fasting. I'm a breakfast person, so I think it's gonna be tricky, but I'm really excited to like just experiment and see what it's gonna do. So that will be interesting in my update for next week. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. You'll notice by the title of this video, I think I'm just gonna title it like Weekly Keto Update or something. I tried to get really cute with like episode 4, week 5 or like whatever. And now it's just like, I've lost track. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just strictly changing it to weekly update, like weekly keto update. I also wanted to throw this out there. This is the last thing I'm gonna mention in this video. If any of y'all have like keto video ideas or food ideas or diet ideas along any lines, like hauls, what I eat in a day, like keto tips and tricks, like anything like that, what would you guys be interested in seeing? Because I kind of feel like, at least right now, of course my channel can grow and morph and change, but right now I'm really in this groove of posting keto content and grocery content and haul, you know, things like that. And I kind of want to stay in that same vein. So I like where my channel is right now. I like that it's mostly keto and it has kind of like favorites videos and empties videos and shopping hauls, you know, not just grocery hauls, but shopping hauls sprinkled in. I kind of like that. So I just am curious what you guys want to see. So if you can leave a comment down below, just kind of like spitballing ideas, if we can all kind of like brainstorm together. There's a channel I watch, it's Jen Loves Reviews, and she calls her comment section the collective brain. And I think that's so like genius, because it really is a collective brain of everyone like shooting off ideas. So if y'all can leave me some thoughts on what videos you would like me to, what kind of content you'd like me to make in the near future, that would be super helpful. Y'all, I can Google it. I can look up other people's keto channels and get ideas, but I kind of want to know what you guys have to think or have to say. So, so yeah, that's it for this week. So we'll see how the intermittent fasting goes. We'll see where my weight goes from here. And you know, I do want to leave this video off with, I think it's really important to not beat yourself up if you stray off of your diet. You are not your diet, okay? So if you go on vacation and you fall off the wagon, whether you were planning to or not, don't beat yourself up about it. And I think it's also really smart to not weigh yourself as soon as you get home. If that's something that you do, if you weigh yourself frequently, we are so much more than the food that we consume. So I think that's just really important to remember. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn on that notification bell. I'm gonna be getting back into the groove of posting 3 times a week. Obviously, I didn't have any videos go live last week because I was stuck in the snow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you on Wednesday for my keto grocery haul. Bye, friends.